We in the building. We in the building. Hey, what's going on, Abu Dhabi? Thanks for stopping by. Dana, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Got your boy Jay Quill all talk live in the building. We got some things to talk about tonight. Definitely got some things to talk about tonight. So if you want to join the chat, you can join. If not, y'all can stay back in the bushes. We definitely got some things to talk about tonight. It's a whole lot of shit going on these YouTube streets. A whole lot going on. Now, before this old polite shit, we was on August 14th, the Child Safety Act law. Nobody said nothing about it. Hassan let it slide. B Stinger let it slide. They ain't their feelings. I don't know what money they got or who got to them, but Bam slide, doing the slide, the electric slide, and Bam got away with it. Now we over here now with this whole polite shit. I don't know if this polite shit was a detour to or diversion to get away from the whole Bambaataa case. Because now you can't even take Bambaataa to court now because of B Stinger, dusty ass, and Hassan Campbell, dusty ass. They didn't do anything about it. So now all the other victims ain't do shit about it. It's now Bambaataa, like Star call him, Bam Dusky, he gets away with it. Now we over here polite. But I'm gonna be easy on that brother word. I'm gonna be easy on that tonight. Everybody ain't your damn brother. Let's get that on the table first. Everybody ain't your damn brother. Let's get that on the table first. What we're gonna talk about is how you gonna tell me Tasha K was the only one to break this story? Well, she probably was. But she wasn't the only one that got the information. What up, Rose Gold? She wasn't the only one that got the information. Before Tasha K broke this story, the conscious community knew this shit before she got it. They hold on to it. They was holding on to it until he got his ass in court to see if he can beat these charges. She wasn't the only one to have it. I guarantee you that. Because when he got locked up, he had to call somebody in the conscious community either for some bail money or for some legal advice or maybe for a lawyer to hurry up and set bond to get his ass up out of there. Because if Tasha K never said nothing about this bullshit, we wouldn't have never known nothing until court came around. So say if the courts, say if we got to go to court in fucking 2022, we wouldn't have known nothing about this. The conscious community was sitting on this bullshit story. They were sitting on this because why put it out now? Why think about what I'm trying to say. Why put the story out around August 14th? Because now the weight when it came off, Bambaataa, the weight when it came off. I was about to say Rose Gold. The weight when it came off, Ron Savage, Hassan Campbell, the weight it would have been a diversion with the whole Later Will story, the whole documentary on the whole Bambaataa, the whole case. I know I seen that. Now, since Bam was able to skate on this shit, all of a sudden now, here go polite bullshit. They hold this shit back to see what was going to. This is my opinions. First of all, these are my opinions, my words. Ain't nobody talking to Jay Quill. Ain't nobody call me. Ain't nobody give me no damn bag. Ain't nobody do nothing over here. Nobody gave me nothing. These are my opinions and my words. And I truly believe that this story was already out because that news article was out already. But we didn't see it because we ain't from Miami. We ain't from Florida. Certain news that come out, especially when it's black news, it don't really get televised unless it's a mass shooting, unless it's a serial killer or serial rapist. Then it'll go televised. Other than that, we wouldn't have never known nothing about this because they was sitting on this shit. The conscious community was sitting on this story way before Tasha K got it. But they don't want to talk about the shit. You know why? Because they was waiting to see if Polite was going to skate on this shit. They waited. They waited for this. They waited for it. Now to something now, you got people backpedaling. Oh, nah, you can't say that about Polite. But shit, we drag Hassan Campbell. He ain't got no paperwork. Went after Bambaataa. Where's the paperwork? Polite got paperwork. So we should give Polite a pass because Polite got what? Over 300,000 Instagram subscribers? He got what? I don't know how many he got on YouTube, but we supposed to give Polite a pass. Why should we give Polite a pass? Why should we give him a pass? Even if this story didn't break, we should have been on Polite ass from day one when the whole shit came out with him running away with Sadnetta, wife, sister, daughter, and she was only 16. We should have spoke about this shit then, but nobody wanted to talk about it. Because why? It's Polite or because it's the conscious community and because everybody's sharing the bag. Everybody's sharing the bag. Like I said, these are my opinions and my words, right? Let me tell y'all something. A while back, when I came on YouTube, I just want to I'll give y'all third eye, right? Third eye open. A while back when I came on YouTube, third eye open, they wanted to start a fake beef on YouTube. A fake beef just to get views and subscribers, right? A fake beef. Little do you know, the conscious community already had their fake beef going on. There's no way in hell you're going to tell me everybody in the conscious community got a bag and every time they views and their numbers go down, they fighting and kicking each other back in. But then they friends again. You tell me how the hell is Hassan Campbell is back in Polite when Polite was in New York City driving around looking for Hassan Campbell, saying he going to behead him the Muslim way and knock his block off. Hassan, on the other hand, was saying Polite can't come to the city because they got goons on him. They got greased goons on him. All of a sudden now, Hassan is back in Polite? Hassan back in Polite, but you couldn't go to you couldn't take Bambaataa to court for molesting you. But you backing a motherfucker who's molesting a little girl? Come on, man. Y'all make this make sense for a brother, man. How the hell you back somebody for paperwork for molestation and rape, but you couldn't take Bambaataa to court? Shit don't make no sense, man. None of this makes sense. None of it makes sense. This shit don't make no sense, man. Yeah, Hassan back in Polite. Hassan went after Tasha K for Polite. I don't know if he did it capping or he did it for views, But he went after Tasha K for polite. But them two brothers was going head to head. Hassan Campbell was calling him a molester a couple years ago. He got pissed off and wanted to knock his block off. He wanted to behead him the Muslim way. What's going on, Isaac? He wanted to take his head off. All of a sudden, they together now? Come on, man. They together, right? And y'all believe in the conscious community? If y'all believe in the conscious community, y'all must believe the Boy Scout of America never touched no kids. Y'all must believe that bullshit too, right? Gonna call a spade a spade. Gonna call a spade a spade. You can call it what it is, man. There's no way in hell that we should sit up here and give Polite a pass. Give him a pass for fucking what? We supposed to give him a pass and turn a blind eye so that when he finally get his ass to court and he skate on this shit, even though I believe he won't, but say if he skate on this, we would have found out this shit next year. We would have found out next year. And then it'd be like, well, he didn't get convicted, so why even talk about it? Nah, bro. I'm glad this shit did come out. We talk about everybody else in this sector. That's why they don't mess with this sector. Well, whatever they call us over here, the dirty sector, the grimy sector, the no view sector. When we get something, hey, man, we dice the shit up over here, man. We dice it up over here. Well, we got to give him a pass, right? Nah, I'm not doing that, man. I'm not backpedaling on my shit, man. I'm not giving him a pass, man. I'm not gonna do it. I have daughters, man. I have daughters, right? Check it out. Can you imagine your daughter coming to you telling you that somebody that they look up to put their hands on them? And you ain't supposed to say shit. You supposed to look at your daughter and turn the other cheek and say, nah, baby girl, not him. Not him. He a public speaker. He do a lot for the community. Everybody that do a lot for the community is fucking the community. Scamming in the whole nine, man. Scamming and everything. But we supposed to give him a pass. Everybody else a pass because they do something for the community. I don't see what the hell they did. I don't see what they're doing. I definitely don't see what they're doing around here, but y'all can say what y'all want to say. I'm not giving Polite a pass, man. Oh, well, you know, they say, now he innocent until proven guilty. Oh, yeah? But that's a lot of goddamn DNA. Y'all can flip it any way y'all want to flip it. Y'all can sit up there and say the mother set him up. The daughter set him up. It's a lot of DNA, man. It's a lot to be setting the motherfucker up. It's a lot of DNA. He turned himself in, and they pulled his DNA. But nobody talking about it. Nobody talking about this shit. Nobody. But now, they telling you, pull the video down. Oh, they ain't telling me that shit. But they telling other people, pull the video down. What's your cash app? What's your super chat? What's your PayPal? This is what they telling people behind the scenes. I don't know. These are my words, my opinions. But this is what they telling people behind the scenes. Hush money. Mm-hmm. They got a lot of hush money running around on YouTube. There's a lot of hush money out there, man. They got hush money out there. A lot of hush money. And you ain't supposed to say shit, but take the hush money and mind your business. Nah, we not doing that over here. We not doing that over here. We don't take hush money over here. Nah. There's no hush money over here. Nah, not over here. We not taking a backseat to the bullshit. We not gonna do it, man. I know at this live, they're going to have a lot to say. I don't give a damn. This man, for him to feel comfortable, if this the case, for him to feel comfortable to take a young girl from her mom's and do the shit that he did, he been doing this shit. Been doing it. If y'all don't see the pattern, then if y'all don't see the pattern, y'all giving him a pass, man. You can't get this man no pass. Can't give him a pass. Because he been doing this shit. If he slide on this one, then what about the other victims that's out there that don't even say shit? What they say, Bambaataa got Zulu Nation. People scared to speak on that. They said this kid right here got a lot of followers. Maybe they scared to speak on it, man. They saying, right? Oh, we should protect our own community. And that's what they say. They say we should police our own community. We should police our own sector. But then when you try to police the shit, they tell you wrong. They want to blackball you. They want to put smut on your name. They want to throw dirt on you. They want to throw you on the bus if you speak on anything on YouTube that they consider the black sector. Man, fuck a black sector. Because if this is what the black sector all about, then pull me the fuck up out of it. If the black sector is to turn the blind eye to grown-ass men on YouTube molesting kids, then I don't want to have nothing to do with this shit. I don't want to have nothing to do with this. Is this what we got to do? If we got to turn a blind eye every time we hear somebody with over 100,000 subscribers, and we got to take the back seat to this shit? You know what they saying? Oh, you always want to take down a black man. No, it's not about taking down a black man. It's about doing what's right. And if there's a black man, a white man, a Chinese man, there's any color man out there touching fucking kids, then we should speak on it. You can only get away but so much, man. You got to feel that comfortable going to events. You got older women and young kids. But you can't get an older woman. You preying on kids. So we gotta take a seat back. What's going on, Ron Cross? What's going on, brother? We gotta take a seat back. Because they on YouTube with 100,000 subscribers. And they telling you chill, man. He's a big figure in the community. What community? Because if that's the case, motherfuckers don't live next door to me. They don't live next door to me, bro. So if we could turn if we gonna turn this blind out of polite, then we shouldn't speak on nothing else. So we should leave our kids out there to the wolves. Because these motherfuckers on YouTube is hungry. These niggas on YouTube is eating babies up here. And don't nobody want to speak on it? Nah, you got to speak on it. You ain't got to point the finger at nobody, but you damn sure got to speak on it. If the shoe fit where they get upset, then hey, you just get upset. Got to speak on the shit. You got to ask yourself, right? What if it was your daughter? What if that was your daughter? What if that was your daughter, right? What if that was your daughter? Your daughter came to you and told you some shit. That another man or another female put their hands and touched them. What if that was your brother? What if that was your daughter? Your daughter came crying. You got to rush your daughter to the hospital. Then they run a whole test on your little girl. Now they telling your little girl, now you got to take her to the rape victim clinic. Now they got to call special victims unit to come in and run the case, and they got your daughter sitting somewhere pulling samples on her. They touching your daughter. They running samples. They running tests. They running pap smear. They taking fingerprints. They taking DNA off her whole entire body. Can you stomach that when they say we got to take the DNA off around her mouth, her head, her chest, her underwear? Can you stomach that shit? Nah, you can't. Because as a father, you be ready to go catch somebody and put your paws on them and take their ass out. But since the father not in the picture, I don't know. But the moms was there. So what we doing now, they sitting there, but they sitting there saying that the mother set this shit up. The daughter set this up. They want to tell you that the mother and the daughter set this shit. They set up Polite. They want to tell you that. They want to feed you that narrative. And they want you to believe that shit. Hey, what's going on, Justin? They want you to believe that. So they want to tell you the mother and the daughter set this man up. For what? What they get out setting this man up? What they gonna get? A couple cars? A little bit of money? But you got to sit back and you got to watch your daughter agony. You got to watch your daughter sit there and cry. While you got a bunch of grown people, doctors and lawyers, you got doctors and you got police officers in her face asking her a bunch of questions, touching all on her, trying to get evidence off your child. Taking all her clothes. You gotta go to Walmart and buy your daughter some clothes so she can leave up out that damn hospital precinct. We're not looking at that shit. We looking at it like, nah, not him, not Polite. Nah. Nah, Polite get it too, man. He got paperwork. The man turned himself in, man. And it's a damn shame that a lot of people knew about this shit. Like I said, way before Tasha K knew about this, way before Tasha K, whoever dropped the story on her, before Tasha K got this story, the conscious community had this shit already. It was already out there. The conscious community put this story out there already. It's already out there. You notice that they waited until after August 14 done went by. They waited for the bullshit to go by. They waited to see if Bambaataa is going to go in the clear. They waited. Hassan waited. B Stinger waited. And all the other victims that was on Layla Will's show was on her that she did the interviews with. Everybody waited. They waited until this shit expired to bring up Polite shit. Because they knew Polite story was out there already. That news footage been the fuck out there in Miami. We just ain't get it over here. They waited. Now they pull the sheet over your eyes now. They waited for this shit. So now we gonna go after Polite and let Bambaataa slide. Because they already had this shit on Polite. This ain't nothing new. Yeah, we making videos and content with it, but this shit ain't new. This shit been out there. This story been out there. But we sitting back here thinking it's new. This shit ain't new, man. The conscious community knew already. Because I guarantee you this. When he got locked up, he called the conscious community. He was on the phone with them. Hey, I need some legal advice. I need a lawyer. Hey, I need y'all brothers come from New York City and get down to Miami and get me the fuck up out of here. I'm Polite, baby. I'm Polite, baby. Come get me up out of here. And they got him out there with 10 racks. They went and got Polite the fuck about it before this even hit YouTube. Because they knew about this already, man. If Sarnetta talking about it, okay, cool. They knew about this. They knew about this shit. A lot of head figures over there in the content community, they knew this man was locked up for rape and molestation over a young girl. Allegedly, but it's not allegedly if he got paperwork. They knew the paperwork was out there. We ain't supposed to know, but they knew. They knew. Now, if you want to say somebody set him up, maybe the conscious community set him up. Once Bam skated, they do that. His shit got put out there. What they say? You got to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. So somebody that knows somebody from New York knew somebody in Miami that was able to slide the paperwork. What's going on, 702? That was able to slide the paperwork to Tasha K. I don't know. These are my words. Ain't nobody called me. Ain't nobody give nobody no hush money. Because that's what's going on around here. People getting hush money to take videos down. Mm-hmm. Better believe that shit. They getting donations, cash apps, super chat, PayPal, shit, EBT cards, Social Security checks, disability checks, mental illness checks. They getting paid. They getting paid, man. They getting paid off the hush money. The bag is floating right now. That bag is floating. But I tell you one thing, they call us the dirty sector. They didn't want this shit to come over here. Oh, no, don't let the dirty sector get it. Because your ass get exposed over here in the dirty sector. And that's all it is, man. All that money got passed around. All that money got passed around. Because you see ain't nobody talking about it. And I bet you Hassan knew about it. Because all of them in cahoots with each other. They're all splitting the bag. Mm-hmm. Everybody splitting the bag, man. Believe that shit. Believe that. They all splitting the bag over here. Everybody over there, one hand washes the other. One hand washes the other, man. And it's crazy how they tearing down a 14-year-old girl, man. That shit crazy right there. They tearing her down and her mother. For the who? Polite? When Polite was known. He was known. Running around here. What's going on, Melee? Polite was known. Running around here with Sarnetta. Even, let's say a Polite slide on this. We should not give him a pass because he still was fucking a 16-year-old girl. In his 30s. We should get that a pass? Nah, I'm not giving that shit no pass, man. Not giving that no pass. Not gonna do it. Not giving that shit no pass, man. Because if we could, check it out. If we could pull Hassan Campbell card for not protecting the babies in the projects, for him not taking Bambaataa to court, if we could sit up here and watch Ron Savage talk about how savagely he was molested by Bambaataa, and he don't take Bambaataa to court, so why the fuck should we give Polite a pass for doing the same damn shit they was doing, man? So you might as well call Polite Baby Bambaataa. You might as well call Polite Baby Bambaataa. Because he did the same shit Bambaataa was doing. Now Bambaataa get to skate in paradise. Now you got Polite. Land on the damn table. Ain't nobody see this coming. But the conscious community knew. And I'm going to keep saying that. The conscious community knew Polite charges way before Tasha K got that shit. Tasha K, yeah, she got it. But they knew the shit before her. Because when he got locked up, he had to make a phone call. Is y'all listening to this shit? When he got locked up, He either had to call his girl or he had to call his homeboy. He had to make that one phone call. So the phone call he made is either was the conscious community or was his girl. He had to make the phone call. Is y'all thinking about this shit? Or y'all just sitting up here thinking that, oh, not polite. We shouldn't crucify him right now. He had to make the phone call. Somebody knew this shit in February, way before it came out now. They knew this already. He had to make the phone call. He had a choice. Call his lawyer, call the conscious community, or call his girl. Somebody had to call a lawyer to get this motherfucker out. Come on, man. Don't sleep on this shit. Somebody had to make the phone. He made that phone call. And somebody called up. Somebody made it happen where they was able to get him that $10,000 bond money to get his ass out. So who paid the bond? Who paid the 10 racks? Whoever paid that 10 racks knew this shit in February. Somebody paid the money to get his ass out. Somebody paid this shit. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, they want to smoke. They can have the smoke tonight, man. But somebody paid this brother to get the fuck out. And when he got out, a lot of hush money was spread around. A lot of hush money. Don't nobody say nothing until after the Child Victim Act law passes. Don't nobody say nothing. Everybody be quiet. Sweep it under the rug. If that news article don't come out, don't say nothing. Don't say word. Let them skate on this. It's false. Look what they did to R. Kelly. Look what they did to Bill Cosby. They bringing down us black men. But black men can be serial killers too. Black men can be serial rapists too. Black men can be scammers too. Black men can be haters too. Black men can be the most disturbed brothers on the planet. Black men can be racist too. People say, oh, we can't be racist. We black. Man, don't let that shit fool you. Black men say the most crazy shit in the world, man. But I'm just telling y'all, somebody had to bail him out. This state conscious community knew. The conscious community knew this shit before it got to us. They knew this already. Say nothing new. So if you're going to be mad at Tasha K for dropping a story, don't be mad at her. Don't be mad at her for dropping a story. Because before it got to her, it's like Pearl Coke. When it comes from Colombia, but by the time it get to America, it's stepped on. By the time Tasha K got this story, it was already stepped on. It's already stepped on. By the time she got the story. Now we getting it. We doing more stuff. We stepping all on it now. Now they ain't no good. The story ain't no good no more. Because it's mush now. It's mush with a lot of hush money. Believe that shit, man. Believe that. We got smoke over here, man. If y'all want to come on now, I dropped the link, man. Talk about this shit. If not, I'm cool. I'll talk all night. I feel like talking all night. Let's paste that. Yeah, I think that's it right there. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Talk about this all night. My truck in the shop. Hey, man, I spent some money to get that thing back. But, hey, y'all want to come on up? Come on up, man. Like I said, they keep saying we should police our own community in the dirty sector. But how we going to police it if you don't want to put handcuffs on nobody, man? You don't want to call nobody out for the fuck shit. So how we going to do that, man? How we supposed to unify? How we supposed to come together as black men and black women when we can't even discuss issues on black people in the sector if you know them? So if you know the person and you know that they're a scumbag, you're not supposed to speak on them because you don't want them putting smut on your name. See, a lot of y'all take this YouTube shit too serious. Most of this YouTube is all y'all got. So if you ain't got no regular job, you ain't got no regular hustle, you don't know how to get money to take care of yourself and your family and your kids or whatever, then you expect it for YouTube to send you a check, then you will defend the right of a polite. You will defend that. You will defend that. There's been incidents when daughters go to their mothers to tell their mother they've been molested by the boyfriend. Then the mother say, "That's a good man. Don't put that shit on that man like that. That's a good man." And then come find out that he was doing the shit. Same thing with men dealing with women and women sleeping with the son. And the son come back and tell the father. The father beat the shit out the son before he even look into what the woman is doing to his kids. You turn a blind eye for love? You turn the blind eye for respect? You overlook the facts for respect on YouTube. Damn. Because if he had to go to court next year, say if this dragged the next year, and he go to court and he get convicted, right? We'd be shocked as hell. Now we be mad at the conscious community even more. Like, yo, why you ain't say shit? Brother Polite went down for what? Do we believe the shit? He went down for that? Not him. But they keep saying we dragging black men. If you black and you a scumbag and you out there doing wrong, you need to be dragged. You need to be dragged. No ifs, ands, buts about it. You need to be dragged. You need to be called up on this. You need to. You need to. If he skate on this shit, I'm still not giving him no pass because he got a pattern of doing this shit. Now, people may say, Jay Quill, you convict him already. I'm not convicting this man. But if a man got a pattern and it's already known through the streets that he like to sleep with underage girls, so what makes you think this shit won't come up again? What we gonna do, huh? So we supposed to give him a pass, but drag a young girl who's been violated, was given alcohol to, and drugged up. So we supposed to dismiss the fact that maybe the mom and the daughter set it up. We supposed to dismiss that shit. We supposed to just walk away and say, just let it go. Let it go because it's Brother Polite, and we need to get all the facts. But now you got a little girl out there hurt, man. You got a little girl out there hurt that ain't gonna never trust another black man in her life for doing this shit. She might even resent her moms later on because her moms let her go with him. Her psychic is gonna be trouble the rest of her life, man. But we supposed to let it go. Well, let it go, right? I'm not letting it go. I'm not gonna get a man a pass. See what happened. I'm not giving him a pass though. Y'all can give him a pass. I'm gonna sit back, my third eye open, because I want to see the person that bailed them out. They know the truth. Whoever he made that phone call to when he got locked up in February, they know the truth. They know. They know the truth. Whoever helped him get that $10,000 up, they know the truth. And the truth is coming out the conscious community. It's coming from over there. It's definitely coming from over there. Them New York brothers, mm-hmm. They know. They know. Right now, they sitting back saying, damn, bro. Polite, you put us in a predicament. You put us in a situation. You got us looking bad right now. Polite. You got the conscious community looking bad right now. This shit ain't looking right. Now, for him to get up here and say, I'm not guilty, he's not going to say shit. He's not going to say I'm innocent. He's not going to say that. You know why? Because it'll hurt him in the court of law. He's not going to say nothing. He's not going to say one word. He's not going to say nothing. He's not going to say nothing to nobody. But what he's going to do is stay away from everybody. Because I already know, but I don't know, it's my opinion. They probably shut down all his events. They probably shut down all his money, froze his money. He can't do nothing right now. But show you what he got. Show you what he achieved, the goals he done did, whatever he accomplished. He said his kids going to be millionaires. He can boast and brag about what he got and what he going to do. But behind that voice, that man hurting. That man hurting. If he smoke a cigar right now, he going to start crying. It ain't because of the smoke. It's because they going to bring the smoke. Mm-hmm. They're going to definitely bring the smoke. Believe that. So ain't no hush money over here. No hush money. Nah, we ain't doing it over here. Mm-mm. No hush money over here. What y'all need to do is protect y'all babies, man. Watch who y'all got. Watch who y'all have around y'all kids, man. Watch who y'all have around y'all kids. Because you got to think about the two, right? Now we're gonna go a little left with it. Not left, but a little deep. Now say if he's on paperwork for doing this shit. He met her mother a year ago. The girl had to be 12 going on 13. So for 1 year, grooming her. Yeah, I said it. 1 year grooming a girl. Buying her what she want. What up, Nate? Giving her what she want, talking to her. Grooming her. Until he had the opportunity to take her somewhere and victimize her. But because it's polite, we should take a seat back and wait. Nah, y'all can wait for the shit. Y'all can wait for it, but we're going to speak on it. One want to come up and talk about it, we can talk about it. If not, I'm going to end this live. and smoke my cigar because I'm enjoying this. I ain't got no work tomorrow. I ain't got nothing to do. What up, Nate?
What's good, man? Salute, man. Salute to the chat. Yeah, man. I see this thing is, yeah, it's becoming a major headline now. And I was watching a particular video with him, and he don't even sound like he trying to prove that he innocent and none of that. It's like he's trying to like dodge the question, or he's like trying to go around the questions. So it's like, come on, bro. If you're not guilty, you be trying to, do everything in your possible way to try to make sure, okay, let me let these people know that this ain't me, this ain't what I'm doing, and you're supposed to prove yourself innocent anyway. But the more and more it's like you backpedaling, you sound more guilty.
Now, Nate, think about this, bro. The day he turned himself in, right? Or the day he got locked up, right? He had to make a phone call. He had to make that phone call. The conscious community knew about this shit in February. That's my opinions, my words, not nobody else. But I believe they knew about this in February. Why all of something that come out now after Bambaataa skate on the Child Victim Act? He skated on that shit. August 14, nobody talked about it. Now, right after that, polite shit dropped.
Yeah.
So if it would have dropped before, this shit would have dropped before the Child Victim Act law.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. It just seemed like everything this week is like from what I've been seeing on my algorithms, it seemed weird because it's like even with the prime example, the Ronald Savage thing. Just like me and Melee was discussing, like, why would you come out then if you're not gonna do, you just came out and now you just, it's out there, but nothing is being done about it, Like, I granted some people don't want to have to relive certain things, but if this is gonna eventually stop other people from going through the same madness or probably even stepping up so they could, at least somewhat cleanse themselves, feel righteous about it, then you do what you're supposed to do, man. Like I said, you never just bring up a topic and then don't go all the way in about it, man. Come on.
Hey,
Like
Ronald Savage was one of the main players to help extend this shit. He was one of the main players.
yeah.
So you gonna tell me you helped push this law to extend it and you don't do shit about it? And now you in your feelings about a documentary that came out about you that you set your ass up there and your words came out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So now you don't even push for it? So now you're running around here doing rap videos on TikTok? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Now, Ron Savage and Hassan Campbell is a household name now. But they didn't do shit to protect the rest of the kids that went through this. Nothing.
Exactly. And then, and that's the sad part. Like I was telling somebody, like if you're gonna go all the way in about something, you're supposed to go all the way in, man. Like if you wanna address a topic and that's your main fight, you're never supposed to give up the fight, man. You're supposed to continue to push, until real reform happens, man. And then, like that's a slap in the face because you do have people who would want to come out, but then if they seeing shit like this and it's flaky, now it's, oh well, I'm gonna just keep that to myself. And I'm granted because it's just you know, like I told somebody before, I know real victims. I've been around real victims on all levels. And
Yeah.
when it comes to that type of situation and the abuser, nah, they either gonna get theirs by the legal way or they gonna get theirs street justice way. You know, but either which way, that person is going to suffer for what they did. You know, and I always felt like that anyway. Even when it comes down to, okay, if people don't get you, the good Lord upstairs ain't with you, so you already know. You count your days. Eventually something will happen. You know, and it's sad that you try to help with a reform, but then you just stop altogether. I think they got paid, man. I think they both got the bag, and that was it.
Both
I'm
of them
sorry.
got that. Both of them got that hush money bag. Both of them.
Yeah, because there's no
Both
way
of them
you can
got
sit
that bag.
here. Because there's no way you can sit here and say that, oh, you don't want to talk about the situation no more. Nigga, that once you bring up any type of situation when it's dealing with sexual abuse and stuff like that, especially when it's the kids, that's always gonna come up, man. That's because people want to know, well, what are you doing to solve the problem? What are you doing to try to help the situation and stuff like that? Like, come on. You can't throw something out there, then don't follow the work, man.
See, my thing is this. This is my thing with the whole Ron Savage bullshit. Right?
Yeah.
He was missing for 2 years. Now you come back out doing the same thing Hassan Campbell did. You on everybody platform. Sitting and telling a story on how you living your best life. But you still refuse to talk about Bambaataa. When he first came out, his ugly ass was sitting up there crying, looking disturbed. All of a sudden now, you sitting there with Hassan Campbell talking about you got died. But now, you let this man slide August 14th. And because you in your feelings about an interview, because you wasn't able to get the movie deal, whatever the fuck they was promised, they didn't get it. Because both of them sitting on YouTube running their mouth, they can't shut up. So now you out here now telling people how to make money on TikTok. But why couldn't you take that same money you made and got yourself some attorneys and really took them to court August 14th? Or on that Friday, the 14th, I think was on a Saturday. You could have took his ass that Friday.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense,
man. Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you, Quill. When it comes to situations like that, you're never supposed to back down, and you always supposed to stand on your squares no matter what, bro. Like it's sad because like I said, you brought the situation out. Now people are believing that. Okay, look, we got 2 people that came out and said something against this man. Let's see if anybody else comes out, or let's see how far this goes. Now, my thing is, a bag is never going to make a real person with integrity and morals stop they fight. So if I know for a fact, like, I don't care about no bag. I do not care about a bag. I care about trying to help these people that need the help, especially those who are scared to come out and even admit what happened to them. Because not to be funny, like I said, that's a hard feeling, for anybody to, I want to try to come out and explain my story, but but then they looking at everybody else and it's like, if he's going to shut up or if he's going to do this, then it's no need for me to even say anything.
The bad part, the sad part about this whole story, this whole debacle, bro. If you watch one of them old videos with Sadnetta, the older brother with the fisherman hat, and Hassan Campbell sitting on the bench in the projects. Yeah. A lot of people say, I knew Bam was doing this shit. The rumors was out there about Bambaataa sleeping with underage boys. Yeah. But since it wasn't me, it wasn't none of my business. It's one thing to say I'm not a snitch, but another thing to protect a predator and not fight to put that motherfucker down? This is what I don't understand, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and that is the truth, though. I mean, you can't. I mean, honestly, the way everything was presented in the first place is like, I was skeptical at first. I'm like, I said maybe this is true, maybe it's probably false, but you know, overall, when he came out crying, I was like, okay, now you know everybody was believing it, you know, like okay, now you can tell he's a victim. I mean, I'm not saying he's not. He is a victim in some way or form, but overall, everything else is like you can't get mad about a documentary that you participated in.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Neither one of them can't get mad because y'all both actually participated. You and Hassan participated in that. And if you really didn't want that type of situation to occur, or if you didn't want to bring up anything or talk about the whatever was going on, should have just said, I decline to do the documentary.
My thing is this: did they get mad at the documentary, or did they get mad at how many views she got?
It could have been both.
Could have been both. You see what I'm saying?
Could have been both because they probably was expecting to get, you know, a whole bunch of views, or they was expecting to get a big bang. Yeah. But from what I was hearing, it took her that long to do the documentary because she was doing everything by herself. So if y'all really wanted to help with the documentary, with the money y'all had already gotten from donations in the first place, y'all could have helped to get that shit off the ground quicker than when it was supposed to.
Hassan Campbell said
they probably just mad because now the documentary is just now coming out. They probably wanted it to come out at a specific time frame, and it didn't happen the way they were thinking it was going to happen. And then probably got paid the bag to shut up. So now it's like, oh, well, since you already did this, you better make sure that this don't get the views, this don't get out there as crazy. And man, listen, you better throw all the shade you can at them. And,
this my thing. Hassan Campbell say, thanks for donating to the war. Thanks for donating to the war. What war he was fighting? The Bambaataa war or the war to stop the documentary from coming out? Because he didn't use that money for no lawyers. Where's the war?
He wasn't really in no war. And it probably was a war to stop the documentary, honestly. Or to stop any of the backfire from coming back to them. Because at the end of the day, you brought the world all the attention on Bambaataa with the situation that was going on. You know, so now is do or die there. Like even when he said that, oh, this was Beast Nigga's fight. I'm fighting his fight. Y'all both was kind of like fighting the fight. I mean, it didn't turn out the way everybody was expecting it to turn out. It did that. Look, the deadline came and went. So now it's no situation. Now, even if y'all want to try to really get him in some shit, you can't because it passed the deadline there.
Rose Gold, do I think Hassan Campbell was a victim or willing participant? I think he was both. When his mother moved him from Bronx River to Queens, and he was able to, and he said he was a hard-headed kid, and he came back to Bronx River. Oh, victim shit was out the window, bro. That was out the window. When your mother got you away from Bam and the Zulu Nation, you came right back. He wasn't no victim at that point. Nah. He wasn't no victim. He was watching other victims, but he wasn't no victim. Like he said, he used to go in Bam house and open the door, greet it with Vaseline, and seen other little boys on the couch. So when he walked in and seen them boys on the couch, what you think he was doing? He didn't run out. Bam gave him that Vaseline, they closed that door, and that was it. He ain't go nowhere. He wasn't no damn victim. Hey, Denise Bird, what's going on? He wasn't no victim, bro. I believe all of this shit was cahoots, bro. All of this shit went on with Bambaataa and the conscious community. All this, everybody got paid. The bag was shared around the whole community, bro. The bag was shared around the community, man. It was shared, man.
Yeah, and that's the sad part if it was because, like I said, you basically did all of that wolfing and all of that fighting or quote unquote fighting just to stop.
Mm-hmm.
when you're never supposed to stop the fight, especially if it's something that you know you against, man. Like if you know that your moral compass is telling you, nah, I gotta fight for this person. Like don't get me wrong, some situations you can't always involve yourself in, but then
No,
there's
you
other
can't.
ones, but then there's other situations where you know for a fact that you gotta put your foot out there and sacrifice. And if you really about that, look, I don't care if it costs my life. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make sure my people get this knowledge and make sure that nobody else has to go through the same things that these people went through. But see, like I said, you got some people that put up a good fight to a
Now
degree.
I don't. Hold up, Rose Gold. I don't think Hassan Campbell was taken advantage of. I don't think he was taken advantage of, man. I think
If
he
he
signed up.
was,
I think he signed up for something that he didn't. That he wasn't ready for. Something happened to him. But like he said, before he got the bam, he was already broken in.
yeah. So that means whatever
What
was
kind of
going
kid would say some shit like that? A teenager. Before I got the bam, I was already broken in. So if you want to say he's a victim, he was a victim at home. When he got the bam, said he was already seasonal. Who talks like that? If they was a victim don't talk like that, bruh.
on.
That
Exactly.
man wasn't no damn victim, man.
Hey, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you though. I mean, it's really funny how the whole situation played out because, you know, when when the
Yeah, he did make a
when the rap,
mockery of this whole shit.
yeah, they did because the one thing you never supposed to, it's certain things you just don't take light to, and you don't make fun of because it's not a funny, it's not a funny situation. Like, child molestation and rape and all of them sexual crimes against women and kids. That's not nothing to play around with, man. And
It's
if you
not.
claiming to be a victim of something, the real victim is going to fight for their fucking right eventually, man. They're not just going
Yeah.
to sit there and curdle up. They're going to eventually get that strength. And if they got the right people around them that's going to, make sure, look here, we definitely got you. Whatever you decide to do, we got you. Once you got that, they're going to fight. And that's why I say
Yes.
it's just sad.
I seen a story, right?
Yeah.
It was floating around on Instagram. You probably seen it. It was on Instagram. It was on YouTube. It was on Facebook. Older fella walking to a store as he got to be a grown man. He actually ran into the
Mhm.
guy that victimized him and put him on blast.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I think I did see that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
and put him
that's
on
what you got
blast
to
in the
do
store.
sometimes. You got to do that sometimes because you got to
So
look at it. Some people are not gonna say nothing when they're young. If they happen to say it when they're young and they couldn't do nothing at that time frame or nobody was believing them, they'll shut down. But eventually, once you do see that person again, like I said, there's always one or two things. You either gonna get street justice or you gonna get the justice by law, And he did the right thing though. Yeah, you put him on blast because that's how it's supposed to be. Back
now,
in them days when it was people doing it, we used to pull them out. We used to wing them out the crowds. Okay, yeah, we like Melee and somebody else was saying last night during the last live. You gotta pay attention to some of the body language, man, because you're gonna have some dudes out here, even our own people, that you like, oh damn, y'all really that sick in the head? Like, come on, man.
see, my thing is this, right? Brown
Yeah,
Savage and Hassan spoke on the fact of how you got a lot of guys in prison for murder charges because they couldn't handle what happened to them as kids.
yeah,
So for you to fight that fight, and when August 14 come around and you let it slide, you let everybody down, bro. You
that's
let
a whole fact.
everybody down for the bag. You see what I'm saying? You let everybody
Yeah,
down. So now Bambaataa is able to go back to doing everything he been doing. He never left New York. He go back to making music. He go back, and I guarantee you, man, the little music that and the videos that Brown Savage is doing, I bet you Bam is behind that shit. Like Hassan said, When he came home and he needed shit for his dog and needed food and to help the mother to put food in the house and all this other shit and get medicine for his animals, he was able to get that shit through BAM. Like it wasn't nothing. The same thing Ronald Savage too, man.
Yeah, man. I
Now
mean,
we supposed to look by that shit. Now you got polite. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
yeah, that you know what, and in my opinion, it feels like all of these things it kind of interacts with each other because it's like we wasn't expecting nobody to not try to say anything for the August 14th deadline because they was pushing that. Like even
Yeah.
Wax there, everybody was pushing like, yo, listen, man, y'all keep talking all this stuff online, but let's see what's gonna happen come August 14th. And then look, the day come, nothing happens. So
Nothing
yeah, you
happened.
definitely let down a lot of people. You let down people that you said is locked up, and you also let down people who probably was going to try to come out and say something, but now you just made them go back in the closet with it. Like, nah, I'm just going to leave it, you know,
Exactly.
because it don't make sense. Because now, like I said, you can't really do it unless it's a victim as of recently that comes forward and say something. And this happens as of last year or 2 years or whatever the case is. Since there's no statute of limitations to rape, really. Well, it is, but it's not really because if somebody just got recently victimized, they could come out and say something right now and put them back on. I put it right back on public notice. Like, yo, this man just did this, and you know, this is actual evidence that this person did what he did. So, you know, unless somebody, like I was telling Melee, unless somebody decides they are gonna be brave enough and come out, because I don't know what to really believe, but it's sad if this dude is really out there doing the shit he's doing because no man, I don't care, no man, and it's even with women too. You got some women out there that just as bad as the men as far as being predators, man. Like some of the
Yeah.
school teachers
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff. Like,
You can't exclude the women too, bro. You can't
yeah,
exclude
you
the women.
know, so
Having sex with
you know,
school students and all of that wild shit. You can't exclude that, man.
yeah. I mean, because I've
Can't.
always looked at it like this, man. Like somebody was trying to say something about the R. Kelly situation, but I was like, you know, there's something wrong there when this guy hasn't dealt with nobody in his age category for the whole time that he's been in the music industry. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like you. And then now look, as of recently, before he even got locked up and charged with all that stuff he was being charged with now, he was just dealing with a 19-year-old. Like, she can't even go get liquor. So it's like basically you like that's like your daughter. Like, come on, man. She's still a minor by law. She can't get no liquor. The only thing she can do is probably purchase cigarettes, and that's it. You know, but everything else you got to provide for her because you're of the age to do it, and she's not. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I always kind of found that kind of weird. Like when you got guys that's in that age group preying on the young ones, like, you know, and it's sad because you look at it and it's everywhere, but you know,
But see, the thing is too, it's mainly in the
no, I
black
can't
community,
close.
man.
Now I can't close. Yeah.
See, a lot of people
Yeah.
don't want to talk about it, but a lot of this shit goes on in the black community, and it goes on in the black family with the incest and all of that. Don't nobody want to talk about this shit. Because when you talking about it, you bringing down the black race. No, 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 no. You bringing down the individuals that's out there doing this sick shit and getting away with it.
Yeah.
And getting away with it, man.
Yeah, and then by you not even trying to continue to fight, yeah, you basically let them get away with it now. So, you know, it's sad because, you know, some people, like I said, was trying to.
Yeah, she right. Denise Bird. He do embarrass and tear down victims. So it'll be hard for somebody to come out and say, well, I was victimized, I was raped and molested, especially if you a man. If you a
Yeah,
man, see, a woman, yeah, it's hard, but it's harder as a man because ain't no man gonna come out and tell you no shit like that because ain't nobody gonna believe him. Especially if a man come out and say I was molested by a woman, they gonna look at you and like, well, damn, wasn't you fucking? Then you get a
yeah.
nut. People say sick ass. They say that. Like, but then you get a nut from that? Like, why you crying? It was a woman. Nah, because as a
It's
young
the principle.
man, she take your innocence. So now when you
Yeah,
grow up, you might be thinking that I'm going to sexualize every woman, and now you become the victim. And then you become the predator later on in life because you don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
But then now you
Yeah.
sitting in jail and now you saying, damn, this happened to me. But then they say, well, why you never talk to nobody? Because I thought they was going to make fun of me. Because it was a woman or it was a man.
Yeah. And see, that's the main thing. Like, they fail to realize that it's not just women that go through it psychologically. If you catch a boy when he's young and fragile to a degree, yeah, you done basically messed up his inner core. The same thing with a woman. You messed up her inner core. You messed up her will and her ability to trust people because now, this also plays a big part sometimes why you got a lot of quote unquote gays and lesbians now because they've been molested by people in their family. So it's like, how do you stop a lot of that when you got some people that just want to deny things? Man, listen, the one thing I know sometimes kids might tell little fibs, little white lies sometimes. But when it comes to certain situations like that and the kid is really adamant about it and you got to take heed to that because
you got to take heed.
Because now what if the situation is real, but you figure, he's pulling my arm. He got to be lying. No, you can't do that because some kids are not going to lie when it comes to certain situations, especially one that made them feel awkward or made them feel a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a situation one time. I was helping these kids one time for basically we was taking the kids, we was taking them out for certain events. Like we was taking them ice skating in certain places and stuff like that, just to get them out the hood and, let them, expand their mind, like we was going to the museums and all of that. And it was a situation with a boy. I don't know, I hope that kid, got himself somewhat together, but he made a pass at one of my boys' little sons, and my boy's son knocked him out. Like, nigga, I don't do that. What's wrong with you? Like, but sometimes this is where it comes to because the kids, sometimes you might have them kids that be confused. So it's like, what do I like? What don't I like? But it's sad when you that young and you trying to, find your way basically. So, a lot of times you got to take heed to stuff. Like, see, my boy was laughing. He said he laughed a little because he said he didn't believe it. But then when he realized that his son really wasn't playing and it was just like that look was like, nah, like he really like, so he said he went to go find out what was what. He said the boy nose was bleeding and everything, but the boy had the nerve to say, yeah, I like balls. I'm like, oh, wow. Like stuff like that, that's why sometimes you gotta take heed and pay attention to certain things, even with the kids, because if you got a kid that's probably in a situation like that where it's all sorts of sexual abuse and molestation going on, they bring that outside into the world with them.
They do.
So, and it's sad, but then you got people that know they could fight and know they could, actually stop certain things from occurring. They won't do it.
Yeah, he never told the babysitter name. Yeah, Hassan never told the babysitter name. He never said that shit.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You can't really believe some of his stuff because one minute he said it was the babysitter. Then he said it was his brother. Then he said it was somebody else. So who started it and who ended? Well, we know it ended with Bambaataa, but who started it? And who else? Who else went down the line? Because for you to say he was broken in, that means it was more than one person that did something.
See, Denise Bird says she's not 100% sure on a polite story. But the only thing about polite story is this. Now, I'm not 100% sold on it, but if you have a history of sleeping with underage girls, you have a history with that, and it's well known on YouTube. You got to look at it with a side eye. You got to look at it with a side eye with your third eye open and say, okay, let's see where it goes. Because you have a history of that shit. Sometimes people get caught when they get too comfortable doing this shit. When you get too comfortable doing it, then it comes out. That's how a lot of people get caught. They get too content. They get too comfortable
Yeah,
because they dealing with the mother. They flashing money. They talking real slick. Telling the kids, you can call me pops, call me dad. Signs
that's
in
how
that.
it starts. That's exactly how it starts. But see, like I was telling somebody one day, I said the one thing I can never understand, and I still don't understand it. You know, it's like when you know you're a whole grown ass man, why are you still dealing with people that's well under the age? You know, it's like you set yourself up for the situation. And then when it's all said and done, now you want to try to explain the
See,
story.
my
Can't
thing is
explain the
this.
story.
If you could take nothing and make it out of something
Yeah,
and become successful in life, wouldn't you want to be with a woman that's successful like yourself? So y'all can build the foundation and go on? That's
exactly.
like retiring. You want to retire comfortable. You don't want to retire and have to go back to work.
Exactly.
You meet somebody that's in your standards, why not? Meet somebody that's successful like yourself or doing things like yourself, got to hustle like yourself, on the grind like yourself. Then it'll make both of y'all great together. Wouldn't you
But
want that
see,
in life?
yeah, that's the main thing anybody should want. But see, this is where the breakdown happens because you have some of those who just feel that's their window of opportunity. You know what? I gotta be with somebody younger. I can't like that's why I said for those that prey on the younger ones, I'll be like, what is the whole why is it that you can't be with somebody your age or Bill? Or even if they are a little younger than you, it can't
Yeah.
be more than 10, 20 years. Like, like I just told somebody the other day, and I know she ain't a predator or nothing, but I told her, I said, I see how you be looking at some of these young boys. You better chill out before you get yourself in some stuff, Yeah, she started laughing, but she knew I was serious too. So I gave her that stern look, like, because you started to look a little crazy, like, and you watched half of us grow up. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, you're
Well,
supposed to be the mother of the hood to a degree. Like, we not doing stuff like that, man.
well, she
You
should
know,
be. I don't know. She
nah, I
should be
mean,
held accountable for letting her child go with him, but at the same time, we don't know if she trusts him. If she trusts him to the point where she thought it wasn't going to be a problem.
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of questions to be
It
asked.
is. It is.
And from what I was seeing, don't get me wrong, yeah, they always going to protect the identity or they always going to protect whatever statement is being made against, with the accuser, whatever the case is, it's just sad because for what we see, it seems like his mom's doing most of the talking. But eventually, the daughter's gonna have to come out and say something. And like I said, I don't, like I said, you innocent until proven guilty. It's just the whole story sounds kind of crazy because I'm just like, out of all places, Miami, like,
The thing is this. Now, if the DNA don't come back to him, it is what it is.
yeah,
But if it do,
yeah, you over. It's over for you. But then, for what they were saying, they allegedly had semen on her, and it was his or whatever. So I'm like, I don't know, man. It's just overall it's sad and it's disgusting, but it's just like some people are really gonna sit there and still try to defend this person anyway, even when
see,
they're
my
in the
thing is
wrong
this.
sometimes.
My thing is this, right? As a grown man, it's not your child. You should not be in a hotel room alone with anybody kid. Nobody
That's a whole
cares.
fact. That's a whole fact.
Nobody cares. I don't give a fuck if you trust a man. You should not have that man alone with your kids.
Yeah, because you don't know what the hell can happen. And that's why I said a lot of times, some people put their trust in the wrong type of people. Now, if you know for a fact you put your trust in somebody that you know for a fact is not on that level
Well,
and can be trusted, all right,
well, she
then it's
can. All of Nate, she can plant on the clothes, right? But check out this story. Hey, Nate, tell me if you heard this story before. There was a
yeah,
ball player years ago. Him and his fiance was in a hotel having sex. He wore a
yeah,
condom and threw the condom in the back in the garbage in the bathroom. The Spanish lady that was doing it, the maid was in the room, took it and put the semen in her. That was left in the condom.
yeah.
End up having a baby. And they try to cancel his ass.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
And
That one
it
was just
happens.
yeah, but it do happen. But then again, I feel that sad because at the end of the day, you that fiend out, you should wait until somebody come along and give you that child naturally. You don't just steal somebody's
Yeah,
sperm on top of that. Like,
yeah.
it's just
She squeezed the thing up, end up getting pregnant, took him to court for child support.
I'd be like, first of all, and see, and that's the sad part because it gets to the point now where you got to toss everything out in the garbage. But see, it just yeah, that one was really weird to me. I ain't gonna hold you. That
No, like
story
I
after
know.
all those stories was the
You know,
weird
like
one.
I
I'm like,
know. You
yeah,
tie the damn thing in a knot, you put it in your pocket. You leave it there.
yeah,
Either
exactly.
that or you throw it in the toilet and make sure it go down.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. It's just and it's sad because you do got people out here, especially those who be
Grimy as hell.
they feed they just feeding like what I want a kid. So, and it be like that sometimes too. You got some people that just they feel like they unattractive to the world, so I'm gonna do anything to get what I want and need to a degree. But that right there was just way too much. I'm like, I'd have like prove to me that I had sex with you, like, and not just by the sperm. Prove to me that I, man, listen, there's ways you can find out if somebody did something. You better. Matter of fact, we could have took that polygraph and I told you I ain't do nothing with you. But it's sad though because the world we live in, you got to pay attention to everything that's going on, including when it's involving the kids, man.
You
Because
got to.
they already trying to push a lot of stuff. Like I said, they already pushed a lot of stuff that I feel morally is not right. Like kids are supposed to be kids. They ain't supposed to be worried about a gender classification and all that other man. And it's like I said, it's not even to be funny. And and I hope you ain't catch no slack neither. But it's just overall that's just morally how I feel. It's bad enough in certain things that's already being promoted. Every commercial you see, every movie, show, you seeing some sort of homosexuality. But then now you pushed it to the point where now the kids is even being, that's why I say you got to really watch your kids and watch the surroundings around them because,
But
when
see,
they're
that's
young,
kind of
they're
hard too.
influenced.
That's kind of hard too because once them kids leave out that door, out of your
Yeah, I
sight,
know.
you gonna do what they want to do. That's kind of hard too, man.
No,
It's
I
kind of
know. But for those who for a fact, like, look, I can't stop you from doing whatever it is when I leave
child support for
or when
5
I'm not around you. But
before
at least make sure you're making the right decision.
But
Whatever
see,
you feel is morally right, you follow that.
but Denise Bird, that's kind of crazy though, because depending on what state you live in, if you paying child support for kids, anything some states will give you anything after 5 years, they won't even take you off child support.
Yeah,
You
they'll keep
stuck
you.
with that. They will keep that. It will keep you on that for until them kids turn 18 or go to school. And that's the sad part about it. Because now them kids come out not to be yours. You fighting court. You going back and forth to jail over some child support over kids not even yours. And they drag you through the net like that. Tear your whole life down. You know what's crazy about it? I'm gonna tell y'all some serious shit, right? Keep 100 with y'all. I pay child support, right? At the same time, paying child support, but being in arrears.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is, I can't get a passport. You listening?
Yeah.
I can't get a passport.
Because of
But I
child support.
got gun license in the state I live in and can buy guns. Make that shit make sense.
Yeah, that don't make a whole bunch of sense. But then again,
I can buy all the guns I want,
but you
but I
can't
can't
travel.
get a passport to leave the country. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, and I never understood that. Like, prime example, I said the same thing too because I remember it was a comedian. I think he's still on YouTube, if I ain't mistaken. It was a young boy. But he did a skit though, but it was kind of truthful though. He was like, "How the hell did you expect me to pay off my child support and do whatever when I can't even get my license or I don't have my license. I can't even drive my car." He was like, "You know, I almost went to jail today. You know, I almost went to jail today." It was, it was a funny comedy skit, but it was also kind of truthful because he was like, he's saying something basically that I know a lot of people are saying. Well, how the hell do you expect me to work, make money, pay this child support, do whatever I got to do, and you stopping me from doing certain things? Like if I can't get a driver's license and I like to drive, or I got jobs that's hiring that they looking for drivers, I can't even do that.
You can't.
You know? And that's why I said,
right?
Yeah.
One time, I used to haul cars for BMW. I delivered cars from Grid, South Carolina, all the way up to Maine, Rhode Island. So one year, I tried to get on a company called Fleet Car. So Fleet Car said, "Do you pay child support?" I said, "Yes." Now I told them I pay child support. So yes, I do pay child support. They said, "Well, we can't hire you." Why? You can't hire me? Because if you get pulled over for non-paid child support, we got to come get that car. We got to come get them 9 cars. That's a liability. We can't get a job. No points on my license. I just left BMW trying to get on with them. That was the case. I stayed with BMW. BMW hired me, but they told me they couldn't hire me, man. Because if I get pulled over by the DOT and it comes up my child support is late and they got to come get the cars, they said, "Nah, you're a liability. We can't do that."
Yeah, and that's the crazy part. That's why I said it's like, I don't know. I got to delve into it because somebody was trying to say something along the lines that in child support, it's by choice to a degree, but I feel like this. I shouldn't have to worry about paying for my child to make sure he live comfortably. If I know for a fact I'm gonna make sure he live comfortably, he or she live comfortably. You know, I always felt like this to a degree. Child support should have only been for those who really are out here making all these babies and they not trying to take care of them. You know,
but see, those are the ones not paying it.
Yeah,
the dudes
and those
that's
are
not
the
paying
ones
it ain't getting put in court. It's the ones with a job, and you get into a situation, and they run right down there and put your ass on it, bro.
Yeah, and that's the sad part.
Then sometimes you might even get threatened. Not all women, but some women to threaten you and say, "What, motherfucker? What? You gonna be with her? Oh, nah, I see you in court." Or some will say, "Oh, you ain't gonna give me that? Oh, you ain't gonna give me that? All right, I take you to court and give you child support." So once the man hear the word child support, he be like, "Nah, man, damn, it happens, bro." Hey, I see women on child support too. I go to court, they be sitting their ass up in there, man. You get 2 females in a gay relationship. The other female adopt the kids. They break up, even though she couldn't even make them kids. They put her on child support anyway because she took legal custody over somebody's kids that wasn't hers. So they put her on child support. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I seen that, but see, I'm not gonna lie, because you have some women who are just as trifling as some of the men out there. But this is what I'm saying to a degree.
Right about that.
But this is what I'm saying to a degree overall. Don't matter if y'all know for a fact y'all not prepared for any type of any type of damn responsibility, especially if it's involving kids, then don't have them. Simple as that. Wrap it up. And you know, and it's sad because even when it comes down to those situations, like, you know, like, come on, man. Like, at the end of the day, these kids didn't ask to be here, but they're here. So while they're here, you need to make sure you doing the best you can for them accordingly, man. Because, like I said, kids soak up a whole bunch of shit from the time they little to now. You know, like I was one of them kids. I soaked up a lot coming up, man. Like I ain't had my pops in my life, and you know, and when he did try to get involved, it was already too late. I was a whole grown ass man.
Yeah, my pops died when I was 4, so
yeah, and my pops just died recently on the 4th, man. My pops just died on the 4th of July, so you know, so now I'm in the world with no parents. But you know, like I told somebody, I said it feels weird, but I'll get through it. You know, but you got some people who are not that fortunate, like. You got little kids that if they ain't got neither mother or father, whoever's raising them, you know, you would hope that they're trying to raise them to the best of their abilities. But some of these kids end up living with their grandmothers, end up living with uncles, aunts. And if they already got a whole bunch of kids in there too,
well,
you know, so now,
right
it's nobody really being paid attention to.
Well, ain't no grandmothers no more because the grandmother's still having kids, and the kids 5 years old is an uncle to a kid that's 1.
Yeah,
the grandmother's still having kids. The grandmother competing with the daughters.
Yeah, and that's the sad part, you know. Yeah, in this generation, at least now, yeah, because I've seen it. And I was telling somebody, I said it's sad when the grandmothers are getting younger and younger in age. Like I said, you should be no reason why you're not even 40 years old or you're not even 35 when you're a grandmother already. Like, wait, what's going on here? Hey, wait a minute, grandkid. You know, but for those that I'm talking about, you do got some who are still getting sent to older relatives, whether it be a grandmother or whoever. They gonna only do old but so much, you know, especially, and that's how a lot of these kids get over too, to a degree. Oh, I know she ain't gonna pay attention to that shit. Oh, she too tired to do this, or he not gonna definitely pay attention to this, you know. But it's sad. Everything starts from home, man. And I always tell people, no matter what's going on in life, everything starts from home. If you want your kids to be out here and not be a victim, but you also want them to make some of themselves, you got to start from home. And that goes with educating too. You got to educate them on the things they do.
But see, some people choose to struggle most of the time too. They got bad money management. They don't know how to spend money.
Yeah.
You see how it is now. You dealing with a man or female. They got 100 packages coming to the house from Amazon, living like hoarders.
Yeah.
I know a lot of fellas going to do that right now. So when they get home, they got 30 packages on the step they never even ordered, and wonder why they can't pay their bills.
Yeah, that's the sad. But you know what it is? It's the generation of scamming too. So if I could do what I could do and get everything sent to me, and I could, you know, get it or I could get it for the bigger dollar, I'm gonna do it. But you know, then again, yeah, you can't continue to do certain things, and then you know, like I said, you live within your means. You can't do certain things, and now you worried about, damn, I gotta scramble to pay this or do this. You know, certain things are simple. Get yourself a little gig, no matter what it is, and you put your money to the side. You start doing what you gotta do for the kids, at least, man. But living like a hoarder ain't gonna help neither. Also,
get yourself an eBay account and sell it.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I know some people who I can't say they live like hoarders because as soon as them boxes is there, them boxes be gone. So it's like, you know, within a day's time, all them boxes that was stuffed up in their living room and stuff ain't even there no more. A majority of them shit is gone. So, you know, if you are going to do something like that, you know, you got to make sure that you got a strong clientele, and you also got to make sure that if you shipping the stuff out, you got to make sure that everything is accurate, because You sending the wrong thing to the wrong person now. Now you got a problem because somebody is waiting for this and somebody else done got their package.
Well,
You
man,
know?
at the end of the day, to take it back full circle, man. Watch your kids and watch who you have around your kids.
That's a
Because
whole
everybody,
fact.
like they say, all money ain't good money.
Yep.
Everybody ain't good people, man. They ain't good people because they talk slick, they talk nice. Don't necessarily mean they nice, man. They be sitting there planning and scoping. Watch who you have around your kids, man. Watch who you have around your kids.
And that's the main thing too. And that's the main thing too, Quill, because I was just saying the same thing the other day. Like, certain things you gotta watch out for. And once you start seeing certain signs with certain people, like what I was telling you the other night, and we was taking the kids out to ice skating ring in my area, and this Mexican dude, he kept circling around back and forth. We outside waiting for, we just left out. We waiting for some food because we did have a pizzeria that was in the same vicinity. So we waiting for orders or whatever, and the guy kept coming back around circling. Now when I watched him leave, I figured I said, all right, that's it. I said, he good. Because one of the girls just kept saying, he kept looking at me a certain way, and I didn't like it, and it looked like he was trying to call me over. And then when he came back, I stood there like, nah, man, yo, listen, I don't know what the hell you plan on doing, but you getting the hell away from these kids, bro. I said, please don't let me have to beat the hell out of you here, man. Like, go, whatever you was thinking about, it ain't happening. So you might as well keep it pushing. And then I come to find out, I didn't even get to tell Bailey those. I come to find out 2 weeks later, that same person was on a poster. Yeah, and this person right here is a pedophile. Look, see, I stopped the whole situation from happening involving kids. So, like sometimes you have to watch out. Even if it's strangers, you have to watch out what they're doing because, come on, they be the worst ones. The ones you're not expecting to do something be the ones that do something.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Nate, man, I'm about to shut this down. I gotta get this duck marinated for the morning, so I can smoke this duck tomorrow.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I had to come up and show some love, man.
Hey, I
Anytime I see
appreciate it, man.
you,
I definitely appreciate it, man.
anytime I see you and Melee up here, man, I come and voice my opinion, man, because it's the truth, man. Chopping it up about real facts and real things that's going on. The people need to understand that and take heed to that.
Hey, man, it's therapy, brother. Therapy.
Yeah, man.
All right, hey, Denise Bird, I appreciate you coming through. I always appreciate you coming through and chiming in with us.
Yeah, big shout outs to everybody in the chat, man. Hopefully everybody is safe.
Sonetta did accuse Polite of running off. Mm-hmm. He did.
Oh, so it was true.
Yeah, he did. He accused him he accused him a while back of doing that. And then turn around and be cool with him. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah. Oh, like I said.
He said she was 16. Mm-hmm. Sonetta said she was 16.
See, this is my thing too, because I don't know him I don't know him personally or well like that. But if you just accuse somebody of doing something, I'm not going. There's no way I could even be in the same vicinity with you, especially if I know you just did something that was violation. So,
man, let me tell you something. I couldn't even have your associated with my brand, bro. T100.
Yeah. Yeah, because you violated the sanctity of you violated, and at the end of the day, and especially when it's family, like nah, we don't get no passes for that, man. But when you got people that show too much love, sometimes that's how it be. Sometimes, like Sonetta seemed like the type of person like he showed genuine love to people, but some of the people you can't show love to because they showing their true side. And if you already had a situation with this man, you should not even been bothered with him at all.
Mother always told me, first to show you who they are at the beginning, best believe that's who they're gonna be in the end. Exactly. Always told me that shit. Always told me that.
Oh man, but this is gonna be it's probably gonna be an interesting upcoming week because I know everybody and their mama probably gonna be talking about this situation because you know I'm sorry, but I honestly think he might be guilty, and if he is, you gotta face the consequences, man. You gotta take whatever's given to you because if you already had a history of dealing with underage people to a degree, then they ain't trying to hear that no state at all.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that, man. I ain't trying to hear that. All right, man. I'm about to get up out of here, bro.
All right,
All right,
man.
Denise
I'll
Bird.
definitely get up on the next live.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
All right, Denise Bird. Denise Bird. He was I think it was his wife, sister, niece, something like that. All right, we gonna end it here. At the end of the day, man, like I said, watch who you have around your kids, man, and watch who you let your kids run off with. Because everybody with a great smile can be the smile of the devil. We out here. Salute.